welcome to this new video for my channel, The Mental Traveler. I'm Caro Herrera and today I'm going to be talking about a cult musical fantasy film called Labyrinth. It came out in 1986 and it stars Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie. It was directed by Jim Henson and George Lucas was an executive producer. Before I begin though, let me just say that this will be a video without spoilers, so you can sit back and enjoy. Ever since I was a little kid, I've loved fantasy films because I've always thought it would be amazing to live in a fantasy realm with castles and princesses and dragons and magic. And with the years, fantasy films produced in the 80s have become some of my favorite. For example, The Last Unicorn, The Dark Crystal, Willow, The Storyteller, among others. And Labyrinth enters the list. And I remember perfectly when I first saw it. I was around 9 years old and I was at my friend's house and her mother made us some popcorn and then she put on this movie, which I'd never heard about. And I must have really liked it because over the years I kept remembering that weird, brawling movie that I'd once seen with a friend. And then years later, when I was around 16, I found it at Target during some holidays and I got so excited, I bought it and I've rewatched it countless times ever since and I love it even more with every rewatch. It follows Sarah, who is this 15-year-old girl who likes fantasy stories, and her favorite book is one called Labyrinth. While Sarah likes to read, she doesn't like to babysit her baby brother Toby. One day she is forced to do this, and in her anger and desperation she calls for the Goblin King from her favorite book to take Toby away. And then to Sarah's astonishment, the Goblin King actually comes to life and takes her sibling away to the Labyrinth. Sarah follows him, desperate to save her baby brother, and along the way she starts this amazing adventure where she meets lots of memorable characters and faces many trials as she tries to defeat the Goblin King. I give Labyrinth a 5 out of 5 stars review. It's not a perfect movie, it's not even outstanding maybe, but I highly recommend it because it's so original and it manages to capture vast imagination of its creators so well. It has gorgeous costumes and songs, and the sets with all of these puppets are amazing because I personally prefer those sorts of movies to the ones that we have nowadays with CGI. It just makes me feel like I'm really there and it's easier to pretend that I'm Sarah stepping on this incredible journey. And I'm just so happy that I saw Labyrinth when I was a child because it fueled my passion for these sort of stories. I have a lot of cool memories of it, and thus now that I see it, even though I'm an adult, I love it because it has such nostalgic elements to it. Since Labyrinth has accumulated such a large fan base over the decades, it has inspired the creation of a comic series and the commission of a graphic novel. Also, a sequel is in the works, but nothing so far has yet been announced, except that a script has been written, but we don't really know anything except that it will happen years after the original movie. David Bowie sadly passed away back in 2016, but Jennifer Connelly is still alive. Who knows if she'll be in it? Honestly, I'm not sure what to think of this sequel. Sure, if it's an original story based in the same world with some of the original puppet characters, I'd be okay with it. But I don't want to see anyone replacing David Bowie as the Goblin King, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt at the moment. But of course, when the sequel comes out, I think I'll watch it, and if I like it, I'll review it. If I don't, I'll review it too. But yes, anyways, for the moment, this is all I have to say for Labyrinth, I believe. Thank you so much for watching my video of it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you did or if you didn't, as well as share with me your thoughts about Labyrinth, if you like it or not, and what are your own thoughts of the sequel being made. In the description box below, you can find a link to that film's IMDb page. I'm Caro Herrera, the Mental Traveler, and I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'll be seeing you soon. Goodbye.